cybersecurity that we develop here at Mentor Day. Okay, it's a bit of a separate program from the rest of them. So I'm gonna explain you a bit of it at the end of it. But first of all, we're gonna talk about cybersecurity and how you should protect your business, what threats are there, what are the risks. So without further ado, I'm gonna share my screen, which is right here. Well, this program that I was talking about is called Incibe Emprende, and this is sponsoring these talks. That's why there is this slide right here. So yes, so you know, what is Incibe Emprende? Incibe Emprende tries to develop ideation, incubation, and acceleration initiatives in order to create a more robust cybersecurity network in Spain. Okay, it's a Spanish agency. It's a public agency, although it's only focused on private companies. There is another agency that's focused on the public, but Incibe is focused especially in SMEs and in pymes, as we call it here in Spain. Okay. So I'm going to throw some data about cybersecurity sector in Spain, and especially, okay. So we have in 2021, we had more than 100 employee workers, okay, working on cybersecurity. And as you can see, the talent gap is rising. It's rising a lot. You have 24,000 talent gap, so people needed in the sector in 2021. Okay, and by 2024, there were 83,000 people needed. It's expected that this year it will be not yet 100,000, but it will be like 99,000. Okay, so quite a lot. It's a developing sector, and we will get into it and why is it developing so much and so rapidly in a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna close this because it's getting. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it is predominantly a male industry, but if you see the data on the right, it's getting narrower and narrower. Okay, although only 18% of women study cybersecurity courses, they 31% end up working on the cybersecurity industry. So they are not coming from the path that most men come, that is studying cybersecurity itself, but they come from other places, other sectors, okay, but I end up working in the same sector in the end. So it's a very tight one. It was 31% in 2024. I believe it has risen to 34% this year. So it's continuously growing, okay? As you can see, the forecast for the sector, it was 2,000 million euros in Spain, okay, and is still growing. It actually surpassed that amount in the last year. Okay, well, these are the two companies that we're talking in Spain. They're like the private one, Incibe, and the Centro Criptológico Nacional for public companies. Okay, so we will be only focusing on the first one because the one that's going to be helping you. Well, sorry, this is in Spanish, but I'm going to explain it through it. As you can see, 1 out of 3 companies, they get their data stolen at some point each year, okay? So the risk is there. It's affecting pretty much everyone. There is no one safe. I mean, when I'm saying like you're getting your data exposed, it doesn't mean that it will be a huge threat that will like kill your company or anything like that, but still there will be a threat. Okay, and we're gonna talk afterwards and how many companies end up closing. I don't know if you know what is phishing. Anyone can share with me their knowledge? You know what's phishing? besides going to the lake and trying to catch some fish? No?
Yeah.
No one? Yeah, Marcos?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Well, phishing mainly it's the act of simulating receiving emails mainly through emails or anything like this, simulating you are someone else that you are not. So it's like catching the attention and I don't know how to say hacerte pasar por, but mainly that concept.
That's a perfect explanation. Is trying to act like someone else and trying to get the information from a third party, usually through an email. Francis.
I also see it as fraudsters who send message as a good opportunity to innocent ones. Sometimes it could be finding opportunity, business opportunity, which look very good. But the moment you enter your credential, your email address information, then it gets to them and they use it to get to your personalized information.
That's true. Very good. Thank you, Francis. Kelvin?
It's a way of trying to steal sensitive information of people through digital platforms.
Okay. So, well, most of you, I guess, you are familiar with phishing. Sadly, you are familiar with phishing. We're going to see afterwards some examples. You're going to see that it's very common. The other one that attacks more companies besides phishing is malware. We're going to get into malware right now. So here are some types of malware. Okay, it's Spanish, but you can see it. I mean, it's pretty much the same in English. Trojano is a Trojan. Gusano is a worm. So yeah, so you know, there are many types of malware. There is not only virus, as many people usually think of it. There is like Trojan. That is a program that you will let into your computer, and it will act as a non-fraudulent one. It will act as this is the company. The program you actually wanted to unload, but when you open it, it was something else. We gave this from the Trojan War, the horse. So that's very self-explanatory. But what's and that's the most common one here in Spain, okay? The Trojan acting as something else. As you see the numbers, they are way bigger than the rest of them, okay? But there are many others. For example, the Gusano worm was one of the first malware to be created, and it was created by a student in the United States with the only purpose to annoy people. He just wanted to be bothersome, like get into the computer, create a lot of RAM-eating programs, self-replicating programs, and it will create that many not programs, but like files that will block your computer. Okay. Since then, it has developed into something way more malicious. Calvin.
Yeah. So okay. In technical forms, I want to ask this question. Is it safe to save maybe a user information in the local storage? If let's say you run your application on the website, do you think it's a bit safer?
Sorry, I did not understand your question.
Is it a bit safer to save some information on the local storage of the website? So let's say you run a website, okay, and then with the use of data to access other parts of the platform, you save the data in the local storage so that it can be accessible to the other area of the platform. Do you think it's safe to save that data on the local storage?
We're gonna get into something later about what is the safest way to preserve your data. So just cope with me until it, and we'll see if you get your answer. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's get this. Okay, so 3 out of 4 professionals in cybersecurity assess that there is risk into the organization due to things like artificial intelligence or telework. let's get into telework. Why do you think telework is something that will be a problem for your company? Anyone?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry, Ignacio.
Yeah, why teleworking is a problem for your company in terms of cybersecurity?
Well, I guess if you're using your own computer, that's the major risk and the major issue.
That's definitely the one.
But also that they are not controlling your network. So if you're in an unsecure network, someone can launch an attack from there.
Yep. Those are basically the two main ones. Okay, so when we are teleworking, we are not usually, I mean, sometimes we're usually the work computer, sometimes we're using our personal computer or personal phone or personal Wi-Fi, as you said. So there are way more risks involved when you're working from somewhere that is not controlling a private network from your company, okay? Especially when we talk in the companies, private networks are very common occurrency, and it will lower the risk tremendously, okay? So when we are working from non-safe places, it will increase. Okay, let's skip this Kaspersky. Oh yeah. This getting to my way all the time. How can I close this? Okay, so according to Kaspersky, 40% of incidents are due to personnel. Okay, and why is this? Because poor trained personnel, usually in SMEs, there is one person, usually not in the company, but externally hired, that you will get into work in everything computer related, not only cybersecurity, but they will work anything, like from your creating your web to making your web bulletproof. So that's a lot of risk. I mean, not everyone who has studied IT knows about everything IT related. Okay, so trying to get a professional, especially when you have, I mean, it kind of depends on your company. Not all business models are the same. Some business are more risk. I don't know how to say, but like you will have more risk due to the model you have. Like you will have data of your clients, maybe even medical data. With your working with hospitals, for example, you have developed marketplaces, a simple marketplace. You will have a lot of data of third parties, like be it clients or be it companies that work under your marketplace. So those models are way more, should be more secure, should have way more firewalls. Okay. And we're going to talk about one of those tools that we should have in our computer. We have many antivirus for Windows that are needed, okay? If you have a Windows, you need antivirus, because people used to say that Mac doesn't need antivirus. Why is that? Anyone knows why Mac supposedly doesn't need antivirus?
The OS has its own encryption.
Yeah. That's one of it. Is one of the reasons. Mac OS has their own implemented firewalls. It has their own implemented antivirus, and it encrypts data differently than Windows. And that's the real reason. It encrypts differently. Therefore, if you're developing, let's think we are a hacker, we are trying to get as many people as possible to click on the program we develop, on the virus we develop. If we say to Mac, what's the percentage of companies that work with Mac? Let's say 10% in Europe. That's a lot. I think it's way less than that. Yeah, maybe in the United States it's about 10%, but that for sure in Europe it's not 10%. Okay, so we are gonna focus the program, the virus, on going for Windows. That's why Mac is way more secure than Windows, because there are not that many companies running Macs for their businesses. Okay, if it was the other way around, if it was 50% each, I'm gonna tell you everyone will have antivirus in their Macs, even though Mac already has a pretty good antivirus installed by default. Okay, it's the same with Windows. Actually, we have Microsoft Defender. I guess many people here won't have heard of Microsoft Defender. You have it in your computer right now, most likely working, updated, probably not. But there are many options. You have McAfee, Norton, Kaspersky, and 1,000 more. Those three are just ones of the most well-known antivirus. So if you're not sure what antivirus you should get, those three are going to work just fine. Okay, but Microsoft Defender is still a great option. It's a great option if you don't have the money because you're starting a company, if you don't have many data that will be at risk. Microsoft Defender works great. It has their own, I will say it, eventually firewall implemented. So if you have an updated, this is very important, an updated software, it doesn't really matter which one you have. But be wary of those antivirus that are free. Nothing is free, we know it. Google is not free. Google wants your data. So kind of the same. It could be something not so bad as wanting your data. Like they just want to record how you work, how you think, and nothing else. Or it could be something else. It could be that they really want specifically your data, your passwords, and anything like that. So many antivirus are really viruses. So think twice about going for a free antivirus, okay? And here's the most recommended antivirus for Mac that I can extend, that it works great in Windows. It's called Common Sense, and it launches every year. Okay, now this is a joke that you will see on Reddit or on any forum. If you ask for an antivirus, they will say Common Sense 2025 is the greatest antivirus ever. And it is. Just be mindful of where you click. Okay, so if you see a web page doesn't sound too good, Google it. Google the web page. Is it good? Is it safe? You'll have many other web pages that says the trust score for this web page is 93, pretty good. It's 25. Yeah, I'm not taking that chance. Okay, so there are many things like that. Common sense. Just try to check: am I getting an invoice for Amazon? An email with an invoice? Have I requested this invoice? Oh, really? Okay, so should I click on this invoice they're sending me? Probably it's not an invoice. Okay, so please, yes, some common sense when clicking and everything, especially when we are working from a computer that is business related. Okay, it can really send your business to a drain. I mean, there are many companies that end up closing due to cybersecurity issues, and usually the companies that end up closing, which ones are there? Are there Forbes? Are Forbes like top 100? Are there Windows? Is it Kaspersky? Is it Adidas? Is it Nike? No. Is the SME, the PYME, the company that doesn't have a lot of money to create firewalls or protocols to fight those attacks? Okay, so just be mindful of everything, because you are especially at risk if you get a phishing attack and they ask you for money for your information. Okay, you're not gonna have the money to secure your information again. And even if you do, they're not gonna send your information back. They're gonna use it. Why would they send you the information back? That's called ransomware. Okay, they will handle ransom, so you will pay for your own data. Usually, you will not get it back. Okay, so just be mindful. If you get a ransom attack, if someone is asking for money, don't trust it. Just have a lot of copies, so you won't need to access that information. If you have a copy each week, let's say, of the information of your clients, even if they get all the data encrypted in your own computer, which can be done, they can, with a virus, they can ransom your own computer so you cannot access it. If you have a copy in another hard drive, or if you have a copy in the cloud, you're fine. Just go to 1 week ago. I mean, you have lost all the work from 1 week, but it's way better than having lost all your work period from all the years you've worked in it. Okay, we're gonna see some examples. here, as I was saying, Amazon, update your payment information. Someone, what are some of the issues you see in this email that makes it not really trustworthy?
So many.
So many. Okay. I mean, the first one is pretty obvious. Which one is it? That you should go all the time when you get an email that for some reason
address.
doesn't. Which one?
The email address.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. No, never, never, never. Amazon is gonna send you an email from CBO62E7, etc., and along, etc. Okay, so yes, check the address every damn time that you have an email that for some reason doesn't look too good. Just check the address. Many times it's not as bad as this one. I mean, this one is really horrible, but they will say amazon.co instead of com. Okay, and that's something you don't want to click in. I mean, Amazon usually is not going to have this kind of issue with a very, very close URL because they tend to buy all the URLs that are similar to their name. Okay, but if you get an email from a smaller company, yeah, you can have that issue. Okay, another issue here. Anyone? No? Okay. Another one. Hello, space blank. Usually Amazon will address you by your name. They know your name or the name you have inserted in the email in your account, sorry. Be it hello, my name Ignacio, or hello, Grandmaster of the Universe, because I decided to name myself like that. Okay, but whatever it is, they will address you by your chosen name. And by the way, they will never ask you for updating your payment information in the same email. They will say, go to your account and you were saying?
An IT center at the town there where they'll be taking.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they will never ask you in an email, any big company, any company that takes a bit of care about their clients, they won't ask you in the same email to update your information via the email or via a link provided in the email. They will say, go to your account and your account, do these steps, and you can find where you can update the information. Okay.
Yeah, I think there is no signature to it. Information.
Sorry, Kelvin?
There is no signature with the information provided, an Amazon signature.
That's true. Another one as well. There's no signature for Amazon. Yeah, good catch. Okay, here this one's one in Spain. The AAAT is the to the agency where you pay your taxes. Okay, the tax authority, and they're saying, please, there is a notification for you to go into your website. Please follow this link to do so. This looks like a very good link. I mean, it says HTTPS, which is something you should always look for. It says at the beginning of the URL, HTTPS / on the website. Okay, always look for HTTPS. But even if it looks like this, it can be bad, right? I mean, we have this web page here, trustme.com, which I just created, but which one is the website they are redirecting to? Virus.com, not trustme.com. Okay, it's very, very easy just to change it. You can do it in like 20 seconds. Okay, so just because the link looks good doesn't have to be good. Okay, next, this one are actual texts I have received. Okay, myself. Not, I think it was sometime last year. So this one are from Correos. I don't know if anyone of the forum people knows Correos. Correos is the one that sends you, like UPS in the United States. It will send you your mail. Okay, is the mail? It's a public company. Well, I don't know if it's. Yeah, I think it's public. And it says, okay, please, we haven't been able to deliver your package. Please follow this link to see to set a new date. It doesn't say Correos anywhere, so. Again, Common Sense 2025. If this no says Correos, yeah, don't click it. Or DGT, which is the traffic authority in Spain. It says you have been fined due to a speed or whatever, you were speeding, so you need to pay your speed ticket here. So probably .ru, what does RU stand for? Russia. So probably DGT, a Spanish agency, is not texting me from Russia, is it? So things like this, just common sense. Anyone? I heard someone speaking. No. Okay. So this is a mask. Okay. It looks like a good website. You just are on your phone. It looks great, but you have clicked the wrong link. You have Googled EAT, again, the agency that deals with taxes in Spain, but there is a mask. Okay, and you're putting your information. It will, when you hit enter, it will most likely direct you to the website of the actual company, but you will have priorly given your email and your password to some random people that just set a mask in front of a real website. It's very similar. I don't know if you have heard about this when you go to an ATM and someone has put a keyboard that is not the actual keyboard of the ATM, and you type your password in the ATM and it's sent to a third party that is not the bank. Okay, you will enter because it's present. The key is present, both the key of not the hacker, but of the thief. Okay, and both the key of the actual bank. So you will type the keys correctly. You will enter your account in the ATM, and everything's fine to you. But you will have also sent it to a thief. Okay, so same thing here. You will send it to both people, the correct one, so you don't think, oh, what happened? I typed my password and I didn't get redirected to the correct website. You will, but also to the other one. So please always check the website. Question for the class: why you shouldn't sell your used laptop or a smartphone? The dangers of race that. Well, it was a LinkedIn article that I found out. But yeah, why you shouldn't sell your used laptop? Any risks?
All your data will be there.
All your data will be there. Why?
Even if you format it.
Exactly. Because I'm very responsible. I won't sell my laptop without formatting it, right? As Marco said, I will format my laptop and yeah, I will sell it. It's fine. 99% of the times it will be fine. No one is going to buy your laptop usually trying to get your data, but sometimes it could. Okay. So even if you format all your data, it's not going to be 100% safe. There are many applications, software to de-encrypt the data that you have tried to erase. Okay, you could encrypt the data, which will take a bit of a percentage of the hard drive, and it will be way more safer than just formatting it, but it still won't be 100% safe. Although if you do that, I can tell you it will be safe. Yeah, almost 100% of the time. So that's fine. So even if you sell your laptop, you need to do it safely. Okay, your data is still there, laptop or smartphone, because the only safe way to delete a hard drive, anyone know what is it? The only bulletproof, 100%.
Bulletproof, not to have the data burning it.
To have the data, well, that's good. But if you have the data, we've seen it in movies 1 million times. The hackers working from home, police is at the door, and what do they do to the hard drive?
Heat it, burn it,
Well,
put in
burn
a
it.
magnet.
Burn it, drill it with a magnet that could work. If you don't drill it, if you don't damage the hard drive, it's still recuperable. I don't know how to say, but you can retrieve the data. Okay, so be mindful if you're selling a laptop with information that you don't want disclosed anywhere, by no means whatsoever, because it's super important to your business. think it twice, okay? And if you are going to do so, maybe encrypt it very, very well. So take it somewhere for encryption, somewhere you trust. Emmanuel?
Maybe for the avoidance of doubt, is it possible to ban such machines if you don't have any need to use them again?
Sorry?
Is it possible to burn those machines that you wouldn't use again after you maybe get new machines for the avoidance of doubt?
I mean, yeah, you can burn it. I mean, it's gonna be a hazard, a safety hazard, because it's all of plastics and things that you don't want to be burning. But you could. But it's very easy to drill it. You just drill a hole with it or you just hammer it very hard. Just hammer it, and it's fine. Okay. So no need for burning it. Actually, just destroy the hard drive, however means possible, and it's fine. But as said, there's no such need. If you encrypt the data, it should be fine. Okay. John.
I wanted to find out how, because here she's saying that I'm seeing that it's danger to sell your used laptop or smartphone if you haven't erased the data. So I hear there are some softwares that can be used to restore the data that was erased, even on the laptop or maybe on the phone. So
Yes,
I was thinking that maybe the best way is not to resell your used laptop, but instead,
I mean, sure.
just keep it.
Sure, that works. But why do you need the money for the next laptop or whatever? I mean, obviously, always the best choice is to keep it with you. No one will access it that way. But if you need to sell it, it's not something unlogical. Okay, you can sell your laptop. I'm not telling you shouldn't. But just be mindful that the data that is there, if you only formatted laptop, will still be there if someone wants to access it. Okay, so just be mindful to encrypt all the data that is dangerous for you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Emmanuel?
Okay. And so this is a suggestion to what John was saying. And so maybe if you take out your hard drive, because for the little knowledge, I know that when you put off your computer, all the data goes back onto the hard drive, right? And so
Yeah.
if you can take out your hard drive and then sell
not all computers can be taken the hard drive. For example, in a MacBook, you won't be able to take the hard drive out without damaging the computer. I mean, you could if you do it right, but most of us won't be able to do so. But yeah, you can take the hard drive out and replace it with a normal hard drive and then sell it, or tell the people there's no hard drive in it, so you will need to replace it. Francis?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Please, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Francis.
Hello. Hello.
You may speak.
Hello.
We can hear
Yes,
you, Francis.
Can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
So somebody suggested burning, and I also do not support the idea of burning, especially with electronics. Some of them contain batteries and some chemicals, and when you burn it, becomes poisonous to the atmosphere and to human life and to animals. And when these things get into the gases during rainy season, it also our bodies. And when it gets to the atmosphere, so the same thing, it pollutes our environment. So with the burning, of electronics.
That's true, Francis. So as I was saying, yeah, it's a hazard to burn a computer because it has many things that shouldn't be burned due to the atmosphere and due to your own health. Don't be around a burned laptop. Okay, but yeah, thank you, Francis. Okay, we're gonna talk about the CEO fraud. Anyone has heard about this fraud?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marcos, please.
As
My
always been
assistant teacher.
Yeah, I guess it's the one that you receive a call from your CEO and he tells you that it's very urgent to move some money to another account, no?
Yeah,
With the
that's
same
it.
voice and
This is actually one of them. I mean, like there is like 3 steps of CEO fraud. Depends on how good the thief or the hacker actually is, or how much effort is putting into it. It can be yes, an email from your CEO. Please do this. Most likely, most people won't fall for it. Your CEO asking for I don't know $20,000 suddenly in a random account. Yeah, most likely not. But there still should be protocols. Like if someone from the company asks me for money because I'm managing the money of the company, should I deliver it or not? So protocols are there for that. As Marco said, there is a more advanced way where you get a deep fake call and they will imitate the voice of your CEO. And that's way more likely for us to fall in it because if your boss calls you and they tell you, hey, do this transfer to this account, I need it right now because whatever, okay? For example, in my line of work, we need to do a deposit for this program, whatever. Yeah, most likely we will do it unless there are protocols there that say, even if I ask you to, don't do it. Please call me to my mobile phone first, to my phone that you have stored in your phone, that you know it's mine, and then we can check. It's what we call the multi-factor authentication, right? We have it even in our email, so we get a text sent to our phones, just checking: are you really logging in from Bangladesh? Is it you? Are you in Bangladesh right now? Maybe not. Okay, so that's two-factor authentication. And we can use the same premise, not only built-in applications, but just to double-check for this kind of frauds. So yeah, as Marcus was saying, deepfake for CEO fraud. And is it not loading? Well, I don't know if you see do you see the video? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
but we
I
cannot
think we
hear
cannot hear
anything.
anything.
Oh, you
cannot
cannot
hear the sound.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Let me see. How's that? If Alba or anyone can tell me how to share my audio, would be great.
There won't be helpful.
Daniel, Sergio, Mary, anyone knows how to share the audio here?
I actually don't know.
No?
In this case, I cannot help you with.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Okay, let me try to share it once again. Yes. Sonido here, I think it's
Exactly,
right
yeah.
here.
Sonido, compartir sonido. Debería de aparecer
Yeah.
a la derecha.
Most realistic
Okay, let's try once again and you tell me if you can hear.
real-time AI voices.
Yep.
So
okay.
this is my real voice, but when I turn this on,
I can suddenly sound like Joe Biden.
Or I can sound like Elon Musk.
This is not text to speech, by the way. It's just me talking to my microphone.
It's kind of crazy that this works in real time.
I can also sound like Walter White.
Okay. So as you can see, this can be done in real time, and that's, as Marcus was saying, you can get a phone from your boss, and it will be very convincing, right? So how can they mimic your voice? I mean, like Elon Musk, okay, you have like is a public figure, but me or my boss, how can they mimic their voice? Anyone can think of anything?
Maybe through stolen voice notes.
Sorry?
Maybe through stolen voice notes.
Voice note? I mean, the answer is in our daily lives. What are we usually stick to? Social media. Most people are uploading videos of themselves talking to the camera, like, hey, I was with my friends here, whatever. Just get a couple of videos, feed it to an AI, and they will be able to reproduce any voice. Okay, so I'm not saying you don't get into social media, but just be mindful that social media can be used for this as well. Okay, so that's how they will get your voice. And this one is a bit more advanced.
I am not
CEO fraud.
human, and what you see is not real. Well, at least in contemporary terms, it is not. What if I were to tell you that I am not even a human being? Would you believe me? What is your perception of reality? Is it the ability to capture, process, and...
Okay. So there we have it. I'm more advanced than the third one that you can get on the CEO fraud. Someone actually sending you a message from your CEO asking for money with their face, or even a video call. Like in a video call, hey, please, Marcos, just transfer me the money. And if it's their voice, it's their face, it's real time, how are you gonna say no unless you have protocols? Protocols that say we never deliver money unless we have these steps followed. Okay, so protocols are usually what's gonna help you from most bad decisions, cybersecurity related. Well, it says here that it can be also be used in your personal life. Okay, using the voice of your family, a family member, maybe your son sends you an audio asking for money. Mom, I'm in trouble. I need 300 euros right now. Pretty standard fraud, and most people will fall for it. Okay, another threat. The Starbucks Wi-Fi. Should I connect to public Wi-Fis? Has any of you ever connected to a public Wi-Fi? I have. Yes?
Yep.
Marcos, I knew you. Good. Okay,
Of course, I
and
was going to do it.
what are the risks there? What are the risks of going into a public Wi-Fi?
The unsecure network and data transfer.
Yeah. Unsecure network. Yeah. There is this is how to protect, but we're gonna go first into the risks. The risk is that most Wi-Fi networks are not secure. Okay, they are public, therefore many people should be able to access it at the same time, and the protocols of that encryption has to be not as good as in a private one. Okay, more than that, they can access your data through the data, or even easier, they can be a middleman, what's called a middleman fraud. They can just put a host in between the Wi-Fi, and they will actually give you the Wi-Fi. They will receive the Wi-Fi from the public network. They will act as a middleman, and you will insert all passwords or emails, everything that you get in. It will be accessed by someone in the airport, or maybe not even in the airport. But with a Raspberry Pi, I don't know if you have heard about Raspberry Pi. It's a very simple device that can help you access any Wi-Fi, for example, or just change the channel on the TV that you're looking for in a bar. You don't like the channel they have right now, so you can change it. And the same can be done with Wi-Fi. Okay, so it's very, very simple to hack a public Wi-Fi. Very, very, very simple. I cannot stress this enough. It's super simple. So what happens if we have to go into a public Wi-Fi, which I'm telling you, there's not like the sell your laptop one that, I mean, you have to do it, it's fine. Try never to go into a public Wi-Fi. Never. I mean, most people have unlimited data package, but if you don't, really think of the risks you are going through. If you have to go into a Wi-Fi, you're in a foreign country, you don't have internet yet, and that text cannot wait, what should we do to protect ourselves? Here we have some tips. Okay, so keep an eye out for fake public hotspots. I mean, I can, with my phone, post a Wi-Fi and I can call it Airport of Madrid instead of Nacho's phone, okay, or Ignacio's phone. I can call it Airport of Madrid and you will log into my my network. Never visit websites with personal information. Try to avoid it. Don't go into a bank for sure, never into a bank, but even something as simple as like Instagram, for example, or TikTok, if you go there and decide your credentials, you will be sharing it with the hacker as well. As said before, HTTPS, never go into a website, not only public Wi-Fi, but in your private network as well. Never go into a Wi-Fi without HTTPS, very important. And if your company has a website and it doesn't have HTTPS, do it ASAP. Learn how to do it ASAP, how to put HTTPS in your URL, okay? Well, security settings, okay, use a VPN, that will be amazing. If you have access to a VPN, go for it. It will minimize the risk a lot. Okay, as still, even with a VPN, try to follow the previous ones. And log out of websites when done. Don't keep hanging around, yes, because I logged in. It's more comfortable to keep logged in instead of re-entering if I need to. Once you're done with what you had to be done, exit the Wi-Fi. In Incibe, in the website, you have way more tips than I've given you. You can log in, well, not log in, just enter a website and look around. You can build your plan director, which is how they call the model to assess the cybersecurity in your company. The next step that you should be taken in regard of your business model, etc. So there are many tools here that you can use. Buenas prácticas, there's like things you should know. Okay, so in order to update your common sense antivirus, you need to know about what threats are there. So you should read about them. So yeah, you can go into Incibe and look for more tips into it. Okay, so I'm gonna spend the last minutes we have talking about the program we have in cybersecurity here in Mentor Day. If you want to stay afterwards and ask any questions, you are most welcome to do so. First things first, from here on, everything is in Spanish. Why? Because this program is only in Spanish, okay? And why is that? Because it is only for people who are actually residing in Spain right now, okay? So if you are not residing in Spain, I'm afraid you cannot enter the program as of now. It's very similar to a program you are right now. It has the tips. You have residing tips, right? Before starting these talleres, these classes, you are receiving tips. So first, same thing. Second, what we are right now, the talleres, I don't know how to say in English,
workshops.
Workshops, there you go. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so the workshops is the same thing. Besides, they have a bit more focus on cybersecurity because you will have like 6 hours out of the 45, which are only cybersecurity. And this is where the very different thing comes. And I'm telling you, I know you already have done this step, so I don't want you to be doing them again. But if you are interested afterwards in the other 2 phases and you say, okay, but I already done this, I don't want to repeat them, it's fine. We won't be making you repeat these 2 phases. You will go in straight to a third one as if you have successfully finished the second one, okay? So the third one is sessions one-to-one during 1 month with 3 mentors. You will receive 3 mentors only for you, okay? You won't be sharing this mentor with anyone, so they will only be focusing on your project. And it will be 1 mentor in cybersecurity, obviously. 1 mentor that will be assessing you in the financial areas and legal areas, okay? So what is known as un asesor fiscal y financiero. Okay, and you will be receiving also one-to-one sessions by a mentor who is versed in strategy, business model, marketing, and along, etc. Okay, so that will be your main mentor, this one. That's a total of 60 hours, okay, between the 3 mentors. That's quite a lot. If you try to hire these kind of professionals for 60 hours, it means a lot of money. So that's the nice thing about this program, that it is for free, same as the one you're doing right now, but it has these mentoring sessions. And at the end, same as you have this demo day, you make it online, but in this program is a physical demo day. It's held in Tenerife, and the costs are covered by the program, okay? The costs of the flights and the hotels are covered by the program. So demo day, once again, will be held in Canary Islands in Tenerife as soon as it finishes. All the other stuff, it's just purely online. Here you have some pictures of the last cohort, seeing how they deal with cybersecurity threats in a cybersecurity company in real time. They have all their clients and they see the risk they are facing is right now. And this is the demo day. Well, they all seems to be having a lot of fun. So it must be worth it, right? You have here the QR. It's starting in only 10 days, okay, 14th of February. So if you want to scan the QR code, which I must say, if someone asks you to ask a QR code, usually don't do it. It can be anything, but please trust me, this one time, it's a safe one. So yeah, I'm done here. So if you have any questions, I'll gladly attend it now. Kelvin. Here I was thinking I was a great professor. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm back to my question again. I was asking if it's safer to save essential data in the local storage. If, let's say, you have a website and then you want to use maybe this data to access content in another page of the website, is it advisable to save it in the local storage? Maybe there may be situations where you don't want it to be available on the link. You get it? So you want to save it in the local storage. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's usually okay. It's not one of the biggest risks you could be taking. If I understood your question correctly, I might add.
Okay.
John.
I didn't understand on the demo day. Can we come back on the selection of 20 participants? You said, is this going to be physical or what?
Okay, please don't get this mixed up. You are in a program right now that has a demo day. The demo day is held online, and that's available for all of you. Okay, but besides this, we have another program which is only held in Spain, and although it's online, okay, the demo day is held physically in Tenerife, in the island of Tenerife.
Okay.
Okay. Marcos, assistant teacher?
Because you said it's fully online, I guess this that says hybrid there, it's not like this, but the program is focused especially in projects who are related to cybersecurity or any type of project like the ones that
That's
we're
a
presenting.
great question. Okay, so about the hybrid part, it is hybrid. If you are in Tenerife, you are required to take the courses in Tenerife. Otherwise, if you are anywhere else in the world, even if you are in the island of Tenerife, but not in Santa Cruz, you can do it online. Okay, so besides that, the scope of the projects or that can go in. First thing they need to follow is that they should not have the company already created. Okay, they should be only on the early stage of the company. Okay, you have already the company created. We can give it a twist, but it's not supposed to be for this kind of projects. Besides this, it can be for all projects that has any digital component. Okay. So if you have a marketplace, even if it has nothing to do with cybersecurity, you can go in. If you have, I don't know, a blog of lifestyle, that can go in. So pretty much anything that has a digital component can go in the program. Okay. If you are, I don't know, if you have a restaurant, most likely not, unless you sell a lot online. We'll have to see.
And it's focused for those who are in the first stage of the idea, or also if you're looking for more growth or in the seed stage or anything.
Yeah, it's also for you as well. If you have not built the company, I mean, so in FIBE, which is the one who is putting the funds for this program, says that it has to be something, so a company that has not been created yet, but it can be on any stage, even if you are in a very late stage, as long as you don't have the sociedad limitada or sociedad anónima created, it's fine.
Okay, because I have it in Malta, but I'm planning to move to Spain, and open it there. So I didn't know if it was.
That's good. That's good. If we can assess that you will be coming to Spain on the duration of the program, or that you are making efforts to do so, we can tell in FIBE, and they will usually whitelist you.
All right. Good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Any other questions? No? Okay, well, thank you very much for coming, for spending this 1 hour learning about the most interesting thing in the world is cybersecurity. I know it can be a bit frustrating where you're dealing with risks, computer related. But yes, as said, if you have to pick something from this talk, from this workshop, thank you again for those that highlighted the workshop for me. It's the common sense. Okay, common sense antivirus is the best working one for everything computer related. So, well, class dismissed. If you want to stick around to ask any questions, that's Regina, for example, I will pass give you your time now. You're welcome to so. Otherwise, thank you for being here, and
thank you.
I hope you the best. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Please remember to fill out the